What's good, everyone? We're here again on the liferhythm interview. Our first interview, we sat down with Carlitos Jordan on Instagram. Carlos, cinematographer here in Detroit, and he shot this sweet dance video, and did a sweet behind the scenes episode. We're gonna link it right here. If you haven't had a chance, go watch it after this interview, because right now we have a special guest, and I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Yo, what's up? I'm G, Greg, Good Vibration, Wang Films, all of that.
So Greg here, we met probably like beginning of this year, right? 2021?
Yeah, something like that.
Or I guess last year now. It's
Yeah.
2022
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
so
yeah.
like beginning of last year. So Greg, Wang Films, also known as Wang Films, shoots for whiterosemoxie and is starting to extend into what they call the Wang gang. So like, I want to give you the opportunity to kind of explain what you guys have created beyond just like the duo of you, Moxie and yourself.
So Wang is actually a collective that my brother Skis started. Shout out Skis, Currency Clothing. This is the K, and that's kind of our representation. Yeah, man, it's just a collective, just full of a ton of people who we either went to school with or like just we were cool with or whatever, and we all bringing something to the table. You know what I'm saying? Just putting something back into this world, like whether it's through sports, videos, music, clothing, YouTube, like whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody doing something.
Yeah, I think it's what you guys have done has been pretty important, because like environment, especially like in the creative world and in the world where we're kind of just like trying to do more for the world, like you really need that environment, those people with you. So I feel like you guys are on the right path being so young too. And I know like recently y'all and Moxie and like Skis went on tour. Like what was that like?
Man, that was the craziest experience of my life, like up to this point, for real. Like, man, we did like 20 shows in 2 months or something like that, and yeah, it was with Max and Tebow too. But man, that was a grind for real. Like every day, we was waking up, going to a new city, just like we didn't even have time to stop at the hotel sometimes. Just get to the venue, do the show. I was shooting that bitch, like Skis was on the merch, Moxie was performing, obviously, Tebow was DJing, Max was doing his manager thing, you feel me, getting us all the right place, the right time, you feel me, making sure everything's taken care of for us. So yeah, man, like we was just moving as a unit, you feel me, and met a lot of good people along the way. Yeah. Shout out Rizla V and Mateo and Coco and Sam and all of them, you feel me? It was the boys. It was like definitely like filled with a lot of like good memories.
That's dope. And like the relationship that you have with Moxie, I know you said you guys like went to school together and stuff. Yeah. Like, what is that relationship like in terms of like working together, where you're providing content for him and him as an artist? Like, what is that relationship like?
Man, it's like, it's very tight. Like, I mean, I seen from like early on, from when I knew him, like in high school, and then further on, like we always kind of like were on the same page, just as far as like how we be moving, like just overall, like, you feel me? We wasn't too focused on like just like doing something normal or whatever. Like we always like, you feel me, on some different stuff. And it was like, fast forward to when we started like, when I started filming for him, he was getting tapped in like probably like 8-9 years into his music career at that point. And it was like, you feel me, like we just share each other's energies and like just push each other to like go hard and get work done and improve and grow and all that stuff. And it's like, it's really good to have like a close bond with somebody who can be alongside your development, like throughout your career and stuff like that.
Yeah, and you didn't really you hadn't planned on picking up a camera in the beginning. Like this is one of those instances where like you saw potential in him, and like it was more of just you enjoyed working with him, and took the initiative to pick up a camera and learn. What was that approach like in taking that step of like picking up a camera and finding your path of learning? What types of steps did you take in order to like get where you're at right now?
So like a couple months before we started working together, I started doing photography, and I took a photo class at school, and like towards the beginning of 2020, I started just like really focusing on like finding kind of like my style as far as like taking pictures and stuff like that. And then I ended up going to Symba Sound Studios with Mox in January 2020, and then he asked me to start filming for him after I took some pictures for him. And then from there, it was just kind of like a process of like learning how to now shoot video, which is a whole new thing to me. I'd never done it before, and as well as like editing, which I didn't learn for like another month or so after that. But it was definitely very interesting. Shout out Brian Hugo Iglesias, man. That man taught me how to edit and use Premiere and all that stuff, and like showed me the way, you know what I'm saying? And like definitely like thankful I had the right pieces around at the time to kind of like guide me. And it was a pretty smooth process. Like definitely still a process. I'm still learning every single day something new, like whether it's like something new about how I like my style, or how I want to edit something, or whatever the case may be. Like it's always something new to learn, and I hope that never stops, for real.
Yeah, honestly, like I feel like there's always going to be like the next step. I think that's what really separates like the creatives from like the people that just have a camera, like pick up a camera. Like there isn't like ever a time where I feel like I cannot improve, and I think it's important to always stay humble in that aspect and always strive for more.
Yeah.
While also being like accepting of where you're at, because it is a journey and takes time and consistency and drive. So
yeah.
But yeah, since you've like made the trip out to LA and like worked with other directors as well, and just to see what they do, what do you feel is going to be kind of next, like next step for you in developing?
Yeah, so this year I want to start like looking to build out a team of just different people who can help in different aspects that I am not as strong in. I want to get into like, I want to incorporate some more VFX into my videos, and just create kind of like more so of a world, as far as like a Wang Films production would go. You know what I'm saying? I like a lot of like fast, upbeat kind of style. I just want to like just create like a deeper attraction to the video, like in the viewer's eyes. Like I want people to like kind of like sink into it and just like really kind of feel, just like feel the rhythm of things.
Yeah, almost like they're dancing with the video. And
yeah, like
vibing with it.
Yeah, I just want the viewers to have a fun experience with it. You know what I'm saying? Like you could just watch something and stare at it, sure, but like I want you to be like vibing with it. You know what I mean? Like I know I'm vibing with it, so
yeah,
I would hope everybody else could get on the same thing.
Do you feel that like Detroit has the right environment, atmosphere, and just like people in general to like facilitate that?
To facilitate what?
Just like the growth and like your mission toward like building a team and that sort of thing.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's so much talent here. Like, it's so undeniable. And everybody comes from all over. You know what I mean? Like, I know people up in like Farmington Hills and like down here and Grosse Pointe, wherever. You know what I mean? There's so many people who can just bring something to the table. You know what I mean? And I think like, well, you had mentioned earlier, like the more people that come together, it starts to create like an industry, and the more people who can just like start working together and collaborate, like with all these great ideas. You know what I mean? Like, you can really make something crazy and like start bringing a lot more light to Detroit as a whole. You know what I mean? This area like is definitely coming together. There's definitely a lot of pieces in play right now that's gonna just help lift everybody up. You know what I mean? I think that's like a huge common goal, is for everybody to win, everybody to succeed. And it's like, if we can do that together, man, like let's go. Like, you feel me? We could turn up, man.
I'm down, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm waiting for too. Like, and honestly, not even waiting. Like, that's what I'm moving toward. You know, I agree. Like, we need to do more collaborations. We need to do more things like this. Like, I mean, even after this, we plan on like going around downtown Detroit and just shooting content for one another. Like, putting each other on, even without the expectation of getting compensation. Like, building those relationships are almost more valuable, and building them with the right people and recognizing who the right people are that you feel like you can trust and that you connect with on almost like a mental level. It's more of a vibe, and creating that vibe with people before you start to like ask for money, because like money like screws up everything.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, man, like, me and Moxie, like, before we even started working together, like, we already had a relationship off the bat. We was already cool with each other, you feel me? That was big bro, so it's like litty, you know what I'm saying? And like, that type of chemistry just made it like all come together. And like, if I don't think if we were in that situation where we had already known each other prior to working together and kind of having a bond that we had, like, I don't know, like, one, if I would still be working with him, or two, like, where I would be as far as how I develop, even if I was, because like he's definitely been part of the reason for me to be able to grow like at a faster pace, just because of the fact that we have good energy towards one another and we're bringing each other up, you feel me?
Yeah, for sure. And that's what Wang's all about, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You feel me? We in this together, man. So
dope. Well, let's end it on that note, because that was dope.
Yeah.
Go ahead and shout out to the camera. Tell people where they can find you.
Yeah. Word. You can check me out on Instagram at wangfilms, at Good Vibration. That's GUDVBRTN. Man, I'm about to get the YouTube popping this year, 2022, at Wang Films. No caps, no space on YouTube. And then I'm working on a digital art gallery. Shout out muse.place. That's in the works. You can find the link soon. Man, shout out at whiterosemoxie, at KK Skis, at Currency Clothing, at OTW Records. Only the Wang. Yeah.
Dope. And I'm Ashe Moró. We're going to be doing a ton more of these, bringing on some cool people, just having a conversation, creating awareness for the creatives that are here in Detroit, because at the end of the day, unless we come together, there's not going to be a future industry here. It's just period. So yeah, we're going to wrap it up here. Keep an eye out for the next episode, and thanks for tuning in.